Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to play You and I on piano. Now if you do like this lesson, please subscribe on videos because I make a brand new piano lesson every week. Also, if you could please become a fan on Facebook, there's a lot of exclusive content over there, including exclusive to Facebook piano covers. And for the latest news on my channel, please become a follower on Twitter. And if you could please check out my website at derekpetersonmusic.dk, that'll help me out a lot, and all of these links will be in the description. And if you could please thumbs up and comment on this video, that'll help me out a lot. So this was a request, and I'm finally getting to it today. And we're going to be starting off by teaching you the intro. And you're going to be starting off by playing an A chord, which is A, C sharp, and E. So A, C sharp, and E. I'm just going to be playing this a couple times. 3 times to be exact. So you're going to be playing it 3 times. And then you're going to play this lick, and it's going to be B and D. Then you're going to go down to A and C sharp. And then you're going to go back to B and D. So the lick is going to be B and D together, A and C sharp, and then back to B and D. So this is how the intro is going to be sounding from what I've already taught you. And then you're going to go back to the A chord and you're going to play twice. And then you're going to go down to the G chord, which is G, B, and D. And you're just going to play this once, and then you're just going to stop it right away. So this is how the intro is going to sound all together. And that is going to be the intro to the song. Okay, now we're going to be moving into the verse, and now I'm just going to be pretty much just teaching the chords. There's a couple of things that the piano does, but I'm just going to be teaching the basic chords, and you can kind of improvise around these. So you're going to be starting off by playing an A chord. And then you're going to be going up to a B minor chord, which is B, D, and F sharp. And then you're going to play a variation of the D chord, which is going to be A, D, and F sharp. So it's going to be A, D, and F sharp. And then you're going to be going back to the A chord. So this is how the verse is going to be. It's going to be A, B minor, D, A. And after the first part of that verse, it's going to play that lick again. So it's going to go back to the B and the D, A and C sharp, and B and D. And then it's going to go back into the next verse. So this is how it's going to sound all together. This is going to be the first part of the verse. So it's going to be A, B minor, D, A, and then the lick. And then you're going to go back into the verse, and you're just going to be repeating this. And that is going to be the verse of the song. And the verses are going to just change up a little bit during the song, but they're going to be that basic chord pattern throughout the entire thing. Okay, now I'm going to be teaching you the pre-chorus to the song, and I'm going to be starting off by playing that variation of the D chord, which is A, D, and F sharp. Then you're going to go down to A, and then you're going to go down to G. So this is how the first part of the pre-chorus is going to sound. And then A, G, and then it's going to go back up to D, and And then you're going to play a variation of the E chord, which is going to be B, E, and G sharp. So B, E, and G sharp. And then you're going to end it. So this is how the entire pre-chorus is going to sound. It's going to be D, A, G, D, then E. That's going to be the pre-chorus of the song. Okay, now I'm going to be teaching you the chorus of the song, and you're going to be starting off by playing a D chord. And then you're going to be going down to an A chord. And then you're going to play a quick pickup on G. So the first part of the chorus is just going to be D, A, G, and then it's going to play D again, A, G, D, A, G. And then you're going to go back to the variation of the E chord, which is B, E, and G sharp. And then you're just going to end it. This is how the entire chorus is going to sound. D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, E, and then it's going to go back into the verse part of the song. Okay, now the only other part of the song is going to be this interlude part, and they're going to be singing You and I throughout it, and then there's just going to be a solo. And you're going to be starting off by playing an A chord. Then you're going to go down to a G chord. And then it's going to go down to a D chord. And right now I'm going to be teaching you another variation of the D chord that's much easier to play here than the other version I taught you. But if you can't quite get that down, you can just play a regular D or the other version that I taught you. But this other variation of the D is much easier to play here. And it's going to be an F sharp, an A, and then a D. So F sharp, A, and D. And then you're going to go back up to the A. So during this part, it's just going to be A, G, D, A. And you're just going to keep repeating that throughout that part of the song. Okay, now I'm going to be teaching you the bass part of the song, and we're going to be starting off in the intro. And for this song, it's going to be a lot of alternating between the chord and the bass note, so it's pretty much just going to be chord, bass note, for this song, except on some occasions when you're ending the kind of song. So if you just end randomly on a chord, then you're going to want to play the bass part with the chord. But otherwise, you're going to want to be alternating between the chord and the bass note. And we're going to be starting off in the intro here, and you're just going to be playing an A note. Now this really just depends on the amount of room you have on your piano or keyboard. I don't have that much room on mine, so I'm just going to be playing the note. But if you have a lot of room, play the octave, because it will just fill it out a little bit more. So it's going to start off in A. So the intro is going to go A, then it's going to do that lick, A, and then you're going to move down to the G note, and you're going to play this at the same time as you play the G chord. So the intro is just going to go A, G, and that is going to be the intro to the song. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the verses of the song, And the verse is going to do the same alternating kind of thing. And it's going to be A. And then it's going to go up to B. And then it's going to go up to D. And then it's going to go back down to A. And that's going to be the verse to the song. So it's going to go A, B, D. I'm just going to play octaves here because I can. And then back to A. Like that. So this is how it's going to sound with the other part. B, D, and back down to A. And that's the bass part to the verses of the song. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the pre-chorus of the song. And you're going to be starting off by playing a D. Then you're going to go down to an A, and then a G, and then you're going to go back to D, then E. So this is how it's going to sound all together. It's going to go D, A, G, D, E. And as I'm stopping that chord, you're going to want to play the bass and the chord together on that E. So that's the pre-chorus. Okay, now I'm going to be teaching you how to play the chorus. I'm going to be starting off in D. And then you're going to go down to A. And then you're going to do that quick pickup on G. Then you're going to go back to D, A, G, D, A, G, E. So this is how the chorus is going to sound all together. That is the chorus of the song. Now the only other part of the song is going to just be that interlude break, and it's just going to be A, G, D, A. So this is how it's going to be all together. A, G, D, A. I'm just going to be repeating that throughout the entire song. So that's how you play You and I on piano. If you did like this lesson, please subscribe to my videos. Also, if you could please check out the various links in the description, that would help me out a lot. And if you could please thumbs up and comment on this video, that would be great. Thanks for watching.